Okay.
Okay. Well, welcome to Content Creators Toastmasters. Tonight we are recording our club's winning Icebreaker speech contest entry for consideration for the district contest. And our club's representative will be our club's president, Gena Pacada. So without further ado, we'll get her introduced and get the speech going. Gena Pacada, Dahil, Sayo, Lola, Dahil, Sayo, Lola, Gena Pacada.
September 17th, 2024. That was the morning that I woke up early while on vacation in Hawaii to go on the Makapu'u Point lighthouse hike with the goal of reaching the top before sunrise. Little did I know that that hike would change my life forever. When my husband Sean and I left the house, it was pitch black. It was a little later than I wanted to leave, so we hurried to the trail and briskly walked up to the point, stopping to catch our breath and take in some sights a few times along the way. Sunrise was at 6:18, and I wanted to make sure that we got there on time. But it was one of those hurry up and wait moments because after perfectly positioning ourselves for the sunrise, 6:18 came and went with nothing spectacular happening because a row of clouds hovered right over the horizon. Don't get me wrong, it was still a breathtaking view. But as Sean asked if I wanted to head back down, I told him that I wanted to move just beyond the railing to sit on a rock for just a few minutes longer. As I reached that rock, I got a message notification on my watch. My Uncle Ray texted, "Life well lived." Starting to panic, I knew exactly what that meant even before picking up my phone and scrolling through my missed messages, only to read that 4 hours earlier, my 95-year-old Lola, which means grandmother in Tagalog, passed away quietly in her sleep. The only phrase that kept running through my mind was, "If it wasn't for the war, I would have been a piano player." Those are the words that my Lola said to me last year on Mother's Day in a private conversation that I had with her. That statement was mind blowing to me because even though I knew that my Lola played the piano, I'd never considered that she loved it so much that in an alternate universe, it would have been her chosen career path. That one statement was the first piece of the puzzle that connected me to my ancestral roots of creativity. It meant so much to me because as a little child, I was imaginative and creative. I used to steal my brother's X-Men cards and draw them in my sketchbook. I remember one year when I made myself a bright yellow Garfield sweatshirt that I drew and painted over with puff paints. But somewhere along the way, I lost my creative confidence and I stopped taking creative risks when life became more about getting good grades, pleasing my parents, being a good role model, and just trying to fit in. It's only within the last 4 years that I began to heal from the harmful effects of those societal pressures that moved me further and further and further away from my authentic self. I'm now on my healing journey to reclaim my creativity, and that conversation taught me so much. My Lola's piano statement led to more questions, and she opened up to me about her father and his tailoring business, her mother who would open up her home and cook meals for soldiers during World War II, and the moment that she discovered her grandfather was a wood sculptor. It revealed so much about where I came from, like a map of my past, connecting all the dots to help me make sense of who I am, affirming that I am on the right path into living into my own creative dream, combining my love for making with my love for education. I'm Gena Pacada, daughter of Victorina and Francisco Santos, granddaughter of Purificacion Kuling. I'm the oldest of my Lola's 13 grandchildren. I've been an educator for 20 years and I work as a makerspace training coordinator. I'm a creator and maker with a dream of using my gifts to help others discover and pursue their own creative passions. And because of my Lola's sacrifices and the freedom and privilege I've had to dream, that's exactly what I get to do. While I knew that my Lola made a lot of sacrifices in her lifetime, marrying as a young teenager, moving from the Philippines to the United States in the 50s, raising 9 children while my Lola worked 2 jobs just so that they could pay rent and put food on the table, somehow this idea that she sacrificed her personal dream while I'm living into mine hit a lot differently. As I pondered those thoughts, I remembered that growing up, my brother and I did experience her creative dream as a piano player, and she loved to sing the song Dahil Sayo. I can still so clearly hear her voice as she would belt out that song with every fiber of her being. I've come to learn that that song, meaning because of you, is not only a song of deep loss, but also a song of gratitude and hope for the future. Dahil sayo, Lola. Because of you, I know who I am, where I come from, and how to carry on this incredible legacy you've left with me with. Just as these beautiful thoughts rushed through my memory, I allowed myself to cry and let out my sorrow and loss that I felt in that moment. And as I looked up, there it was, the sun peeking just above the clouds, as if my Lola were there giving me a nice warm hug, telling me everything was going to be okay. Because of you, Lola, I will continue to create, to inspire, and to honor the gift that you've passed down to me. Mr. Toastmaster.
All right. Have a nice round of applause for Gena Pacada, our Icebreaker speech champion.